If you've watched previous videos, you know I had Bobby Hoyt bore my 20 gauge barrel to 15 gauge this past summer. The time was here to do some testing for turkey loads, and if I hoped to have any confidence going into this spring season, it was time to do the work. Shot volume and shot size were things I had taken into account. Here I'm trying Brian LeMaster's shot cup design. I even tried a few of my own things. All my shots were taken at 25 yards. Alright, typical cylinder bore. Pattern was a little lower on that one. It's really dense, but it's all left. But look at my shot cup. I'm normally a pretty clean and organized person, but this is usually what things look like till I'm done trying to figure out my smooth bore. It's a little more uniform, but I'm still not happy with that at all. Got my barrel out of my Fowler here, and Bobby had bored out the cylinder bore to a 15 gauge, and I thought he might just nick the threads which would weaken it. I don't like that seam now that I'm not going to have it choked. Might as well get rid of the seams. I thought I'll cut that off here at the threads, cut that off flush, file it flush, and then I'll just cut the top end off the gun just a little bit. I got to shorten the ramrod up, and then take it from like 44 inches to 43 inch barrel. I made my jug tool today. Here it is. This is my jugging tool. Here's my shim. Jug choke is what I want over the thread on choke, so right there we go. I'm going to lather it up. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off, hacksaw, and I'm going to file it up, and then I'm going to go ahead and jug choke this barrel. We'll see how it goes. Alright, just hacksawed off the threads. There ain't much there. I'll clean that up with a file. So now the barrel measures, let me check here. Measures 43.5 inches. I got my shim made. I got my jug tool. That's my brass pin as my stop to keep it from going in too far. So I'm going to put some lard on it. Just got some lard out of the freezer. Put some lard on here, and I'm just going to start grinding, reaming, whatever you want to call it. Removing material. Get it until she's snug. Metal, a little bit. This is crazy. It's not a new method at all. So you're putting that in so that jugging goes in past the bore. Then you bring this up to it. Now I'm basically raising that up inside there. Alright, I'll try to explain this here. So basically, I have my piece of key stock here on top of that reams this edge and that edge. Both these edges go up against the bore as you turn it, which is going to ream it. I have this piece of key stock here tapered. It's wide down here, it tapers down across here. With a matching taper here is a shim, which is a dowel rod that lays in there to match the taper so that the things are the same thickness the whole way around. As you drive this in, it lifts the taper up against it. Drive the taper in, it lifts the cutter up into the bore more. So you insert this first, so that's loose. The brass pin is my stop. slide that in, push it in by hand. This little back of this kind of is hurting my palm, so I just put it in here like this. And it seems to be cutting better counterclockwise, so cut a little hard there first. Want to chatter a little bit, but if I just keep going, it'll smooth it out. There it goes. And then it gets easier as it's removing steel. Now if I remove the wood, which it wants to get snug because of the pressure, if I pinch it and yank it out, it has a bunch of filings on the back side there. Bunch of steel in there with that lard. And then both the lead edge is metal and that edge is metal on it. So you get that removed. I'm really going through the paper towels. Put some more lard on there. I'm just using hog lard from pigs we butchered. Dress that up. Reinsert that. Just smear up a little bit of the back of that so that it slides easier. And because it's got 2 points and 1 point, one against the bottom of the dowel rod and 2 with each edge of the cutter, it makes 2 cutting contacts but 3 points that it's touching. So it should truly center up. It's not like it's 1 cutter and 1 backing where it's could like get off and want to chatter. This is basically 3 points of contact. It's just like you're sharpening a knife. It leaves all that oily metal on there from what it removed. I know some will ask how I came up with this. I can't take any credit for it. Long Knife on the American Long Rifle Forum had a post on it from years ago. I contacted him and talked to him about how he made it. I used an old file and just went with a little bit of a swell for my cutting edge so that about in a 4-inch length I got about 15 to 20 thousandths of an arch. After I cut in the jugging to what I thought would be deep enough, I went ahead and tried multiple load combinations. I did muffin mix, wasp nest, paper shot cups, the Sky Chief load, and so on. This helped me narrow things down. I did everything with 70 grains of 2F and 1 1/4 ounces of number 6s. Once I had the load combination figured to the Sky Chief load, I decided to get 7.5 copper plates. In this picture you'll see I used a Sharpie point to emphasize each pellet hit. The left target was before jug choking with a Sky Chief load and 1 1/4 ounces a shot. The right target is a Sky Chief load with 1 1/2 ounces, a 7.5 copper plate with 80 grains of 2F. It's actually first day of spring gobbler season. It's May 3rd, 2025. And I want to shoot this gun off. It rained on me and I want to shoot the gun off. So I want to pattern this at 30 yards. I shot it at 25 was what I was practicing everything at, but now that I have it figured for the best pattern, I didn't try any further than 25, so I want to see what it does at 30. I have an old splatter target. I'm going to give it a try and see what 30 yards is with this load. Don't mind my Saturday bumming around the house clothes. Got back and was unloading and I was so tired I took a little snooze this afternoon. So it's just what I'm wearing. All right. 30 yards. Pretty happy with that, 30 yards, let me tell you. That's a pretty consistent pattern. And there's not a whole lot of holes in it or anything like that. I was holding right here toward the top of the red dot, as if the turkey's head was up here. It's kind of what I was imagining. I could just see the top of his head through my sight. Sky Chief loading a jug choke. Pretty happy with those results.